Hello students, how are you all? So today I will talk about chapter 1, okay, the computer CPU. So computer CPU is a brain of the computer. Yes, CPU is a brain of the computer. We already discussed it. Yes. So now I will talk about functional units of computer. Okay, some functional units of computer. That means how to work computer parts. It's called computer parts. Suppose just like input, storage, because without input you cannot be used computer, because input we all already know. Yes, mouse, keyboard is called input. So without input device, output devices, memory, storage, control unit, without this unit you cannot be used computer system. Okay, when you use computer system, then you should install in a computer system. Okay, so functional unit of computer system number one is input. Okay, so input is a process of entering data, instruction and program into the computer system is called input. Okay, so suppose I give to my computer some instruction. I give some instruction to in my computer, so it's called input. Okay, so the input is given to the CPU by input devices. Some common input devices are keyboard, mouse, microphone, etc. Okay, it's called input. Suppose you can see when I open any application, when I open any application in my computer system, it's called input instruction. Okay, so suppose I want to open any application just like a Photoshop, Word, anyone. Okay, suppose Notepad. So it's called input instruction, because this instruction give I give this instruction through my mouse. Yes, because without mouse you cannot be give instruction in your computer. Okay, so you can see Notepad. This one is Notepad. Yes. So when I open Notepad, you can see without mouse or without keyboard you cannot be open this application in our computer system. Okay, so you can see this on my mouse cursor is. Suppose I want to open any application just like any type Google Chrome or any application. Okay, Notepad or Access. Okay, suppose when you open, you can see. Suppose I want to open Notepad. Okay, you can see my mouse cursor. First, you move to mouse cursor on your application which you want to open. Okay, and after double click on mouse. Okay, and after open it, but without mouse, without keyboard, you cannot be open. How can you open? It's not possible. Yes, so it's called input. Okay, so input help us to some instructions uh, give just like a when I instruction give to my computer, just like open application, any application, open media player, open Google Chrome, or any application open in my computer system is called input. Okay, because this instruction this instruction give through my mouse to computer. Yes, so it's called definitely input. Yes. So storage. Now we will talk about storage unit. Okay. So storage unit we already know. Storage, that means what? Suppose you store any data, any documents, any application in a computer system or any devices. It's called storage. Yes. So storage that means store any data, any application, any documents, any information, any instruction in our computer system is called storage. So, since the computer processes the data provided by us at very high speed, it is necessary that we provide the data to it at same speed. For this purpose, the data is stored in the system as a particular allocated space for faster access the processing. Okay, so you should remember storage. That means what? Storage help us to store any documents, any applications. We already discussed application. What is application? What is documents? What is any documents, images, videos? Yes. So how can we store in your computer system? Because with that means without storage unit, you cannot be store any documents, any images, any files, any data, any information, okay, in our computer system. So storage unit help us to in our computer system that when we store any data, any documents, any application in our computer system. Okay. Next is processing. Processing help us to some process in our computer system. So when you open any application or any documents in our computer and computer takes some time, we already know, yes. So it's called processing. Okay. Suppose you can see on my screen. Suppose I want to open this Google Chrome, this application in my computer. So when I open, and you can see my mouse cursor is rounded. You can see my mouse cursor is rounded, and after open Google Chrome in my computer system. Yes. So computer takes some time. When I open Google Chrome or any application in my computer system, okay, it's called processing. Okay. So without sometimes some computer take more than 1 minute or 2 minutes. It's called it's dependent of processing. Yes. Suppose your computer is slow down. Okay. Suppose you open any other application more than 1, 2, 3, 4 application in your computer system. Okay, and after you open again any application in your computer system, then your computer slow down. Yes, definitely, and your processing is not working properly in your computer system. Then your computer slow work. Yes, so it's called processing. But my you can see my taskbar is empty. Yes, my taskbar is empty on my computer system. Only one application is running on my computer system, just screen recorder. Okay, so only one application at a time using in my computer system. Okay, suppose I want to open more than 1, 2, 3, 4 application or any documents in my computer system, then my computer definitely slow work. So then you open any application, after then you open any application, then your computer takes more than 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That means your processing is not working properly in your computer system. It's called hanging on. Yes, hang. You know already you were I think hang. That means your computer system. That means your CPU is properly not working in your computer system. Computer system or your mobile system same okay, but properly not working your CPU in your computer system. Okay, processing unit, actually processing function. Processing unit not working properly in our computer system or any electronic devices just like a mobile, tablet, computer. Okay, so when you open any documents just like a Google Chrome, any documents just like a file, okay, any application open in your computer system more than 5 to 10 application at a time, then your computer works slow work. Okay, so that means depend on processing. Okay, I hope everyone understood. Next is output. Okay, so output is help us to convert some digital form to analog form, just like suppose you convert this PDF file. Okay, this PDF file is import. We already know. Suppose you convert this, it's called soft copy. Yes, so PDF is called soft copy. So when you convert this soft copy to hard copy, that means this is a soft copy. Yeah? So suppose I want to delete this soft copy, then you cannot be convert this soft copy in your computer without your computer. Yes. Suppose you convert this soft copy to hard copy, then after you delete, then after you this hard copy again you convert it to hard copy. Why? Because you know Xerox. Yes, suppose you open this, now you open this document. Okay, after print this document. Okay, so when you print your document one or two per paper. Okay, so after print and again you after print. Okay, after print and you can delete. Suppose you delete this PDF file from your computer. Okay, so again you suppose converted hard copy from your hard copy. Yes, then you can also use, yes, by scanner. We already know by printer. Okay, by printer or scanner. Yes, suppose scanner first you converted hard copy to soft copy. After you converted soft copy to hard copy, you already know, and we will discuss slowly. Okay, so it's called scanner you already know scanner is the input device. Okay? So when you convert this PDF file to your hard copy, it's called output. So again, this output device, that means output PDF file. Yes, that means hard copy converted to again soft copy. Then you should require scanner, because without scanner you cannot be converted soft copy, because hard copy converted to soft copy is used to scanner, and when you converted soft copy to hard copy, then you can then we need a what, printer. Yes, so it's called printer. Okay, output. So displaying the result after processing is stored in the storage unit before changing it. Okay, so it's output. And control unit control whole of the computer system, because without control unit you cannot be use computer. And sometimes we already discussed it, that means processing. Yes, processing, control unit, actually control unit help us to sometimes processing system, processing unit. Yes, because suppose your mouse is input device, keyboard is input device. Yes, and suppose you use now output device just like a printer. Okay, so without mouse you cannot be use your computer, because how can you convert it soft copy to hard copy? So when you convert it soft copy to hard copy, we will need a printer, that means output device. Okay, so it whole of the computer help us to control unit. Okay, suppose you can see control unit sometimes control, suppose my mouse is not working properly. Okay, then you cannot be converted soft copy to hard copy. Yes, suppose your keyboard is not working. Okay, your keyboard is not working and you cannot be use keyboard. Okay, so you cannot be use keyboard in your computer system, then I think you cannot be converted soft copy to hard copy. Yes, and you cannot be open any application. Suppose your input device not working properly in your computer system, just like a mouse or keyboard. Okay, so when you open any application, then how can you open any application, any documents in your computer system? It's not possible, huh? So it help us to control unit. Okay, so properly working, just like a input devices, output devices properly working help us to your computer system is control unit. Control unit help us to input devices, output devices in your computer system. That means how the work properly work in our computer system. It help us to control unit. Okay, next is now talk about central processing unit, CPU. Okay, so CPU we already discussed it. CPU is a central processing unit. Yes, we already discussed function unit of C, function unit of computer processing. Yes, same types of CPU is a processing. So processing, that means when you open any application, any documents, input devices, when you insert input device in your computer system, and you use now output devices, yes, and it's whole of the control unit. Okay, so control unit is what? Control unit is a part of CPU. Yes, that means main function of this, all of the function, that means input, storage, processing, output, control. It's all of the unit is parts of CPU. So you know that CPU are the most important. in our computer system, yeah? Because without CPU cannot be used computer system. Yes, your computer cannot be run without CPU. Okay, so CPU is most important in your computer system. Dependent of your choice. Okay, suppose you insert i3 CPU in your computer system, then your computer work fast. Suppose you insert dual core or Intel Pentium CPU in your computer system, then your computer slow work. That means depend on some processing. Suppose you insert i5 processor in your computer system. Okay, and now you open any documents, more than one or two documents or application at a same time. Okay, then no problem. Your computer work fast, no problem, because dependent of CPU. Yes, the CPU or RAM. Okay. Suppose you inserted suppose dual core processor. Dual core processor we already discussed. That means dual core processor is a slow processor. Yes, slow processor and cost not costly. Okay, it's up to per processor is 3 to 500 rupees per piece. Okay, so when you insert this processor in your computer system and is a suppose you open any application, just 1 2 3 4 5 6 application at a same time. Okay, then your computer definitely slow down because your processor is a what, your processing is a dual core. Yeah, dual core processor. That means dual core. Dual core, that means two core. Okay, dual core, that means two core. Only processing system how much? Two only. Dual core. Dual name, that means two. Core means actually processing limitation. Okay. So that means i3, i5. Suppose you insert i5 processor in your computer system. This processor was six core. Yes, six core, and that means processing at a time six times at a same time when you insert i5 processor in your computer system. That means actually costly. This i5 processor is costly. Per processor is 7,000 to 8,000. Okay, but dual core is a per processor price is a 300 to 500. Okay, so it's dependent of sometimes processor. Okay, that means your computer works fast or slow down. Okay. So clock rate is the best important. Okay, clock rate is a processor speed. Okay, processor speed. That means suppose you open already discussed processing. Yes, processing. So processing is that when you give instruction to your computer and computer takes some time, it's called processing. Okay, but clock rate is the same types of processing. That means how to speed open your application or any documents in your computer system. Suppose I want to open Google Chrome application in my computer system. After suppose open is Google Chrome application in my computer for 2 or 4 minutes. After 2 or 4 minutes open in my computer system. That means clock rate is slow down in my CPU. Gigahertz, megahertz, we already discussed or not, I don't know, but you should remember. Okay, clock rate is a important. That means gigahertz and megahertz, dependent on gigahertz and megahertz. Okay, gigahertz is important. So that means properly, how the work properly in your computer system. Okay, that means suppose you open any application that's like 1 or 2 4 5 6 application open at a same time, then computer takes some time. Yes, so that means some application work fast and some application work slow work. That means dependent of clock rate. Okay, so clock rate, you simply know clock rate, you simply should remember. Okay, so clock rate is a speed of processor, speed of processor work. Okay, so next, now I will discuss function performed by CPU. Function performed by CPU. So read and react to the information and direction fed to the computer, perform calculation and logical operation, control the coordinate all the operation within the computer. It's important function performed by CPU. Okay. So next is the functional unit of CPU. Functional unit of CPU. Most important, okay. Functional unit of CPU is a control unit, arithmetic logic unit, and memory unit. Okay. Control unit, logical unit, and memory unit. Okay. So now we will discuss control unit. We already discussed control unit control whole of the computer system. Yes. Without control unit, you cannot be use computer. That means control unit control the input devices, output devices, yes, processing system in our computer system. Okay, processing system, how the work fast, how the work fast application in your computer system, how the work your input device or output device work properly or not in your computer system. All of the system help us to control unit. Okay, so arithmetic logical unit. Arithmetic logical unit ALU, its short name is ALU, important, okay, ALU. So a function of ALU function of ALU is a mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and logical operation like comparison, applying logic, most important function performed by ALU. Okay, so everyone should remember arithmetic logical unit. Okay, mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and logical operation. Next is memory unit. We already discussed memory unit here. So memory unit is the most important. Okay, so without memory unit you cannot use computer because memory unit is the storage capacity of your of our computer system. Yes. So when you store data or any documents or any application or any software in your computer system, then we need a memory. Okay. So without memory unit, you cannot be install operating system because operating system is a software. Yes. So when you install operating system in your computer system, then we need a memory unit because without memory unit, you cannot be install operating system in your computer system. Okay, you should remember. So some types of memory is it two types of memory is a RAM and ROM. So RAM is a random access memory, ROM is a read-only memory. Yes. So it's important, okay, difference sometimes it's important difference between RAM and ROM, okay. So RAM is a random access memory, ROM is a read-only memory, okay. So RAM is a volatile memory, called volatile memory. Why? Because when you turn off your computer, okay, power turn off your computer, then your instruction erase from your RAM. So it's called volatile memory. But ROM is a non-volatile memory. That means what? When you suppose my computer is working on, yes. Suppose I suddenly turn off my computer, okay, and my instruction that means what? My recording, yes, screen recording is running on my computer system, yes. So when I suddenly turn off in my computer system and again turn on my computer system, and you can show my screen automatically running on my background. Background, yes, background, or you can also call it computer system. That means what? That means this instruction. That means my recording background screen recording is also stored in my ROM, in my ROM. Yes. So when you suddenly turn off your computer system and again turn off your computer, okay, you show your the screen recorder turning on, okay, or screen recorder running on your background, okay. So it's called non-volatile memory, okay. So RAM, when you turn off your computer system, okay, suppose I directly off start button and shut down. Press the button, power button, okay, and suppose shut down my computer, okay. And after when turn on my computer, then you cannot be see any running background in my computer system. That means what? All of instruction erased from my RAM, okay. You can see my screen is running on my background. Yes, yes. So this screen recorder is also stored in my room. Okay, but when you turn off this position, that means this positional system. Okay, just like a start button after click on power button, then your instruction erase from run. Okay, but when you directly turn off your computer system, okay, then this instruction save into our ROM. Okay, and when you turn on your computer, then you can show your instruction, that means your application or any documents or any other, okay, running on your background in computer system. Okay, it's called ROM. I hope everyone understood. Okay, so now we will discuss register and cache. Register and cache. So register is important. Okay, so without register you cannot be store any instruction in our CPU, not a memory. We already discussed that RAM is a temporary storage memory. Yes, ROM is a permanently storage memory in our computer system. But register and cache is the same types of RAM and ROM. Okay, so not a like RAM and ROM. Okay, but this instruction is same type, RAM and ROM. Okay, RAM and ROM types. Okay, so when you store any instruction, that's like suppose any instruction in your RAM, yes, and it's called temporary. And when you turn off your computer system, automatically erase your instruction from your RAM. Yes, and when you store in your ROM, yes, when you store ROM in your computer system, then when you suddenly turn off your computer system, then all of the instructions save permanently save into our in our ROM, yes, computer system. We already discussed. But register and cache is a storage memory of CPU, not a computer. Okay, CPU. Oh, when you instruction give, oh, you already discussed that means when you give instruction to your computer and this instruction shaped into ROM and RAM. Yes, but some instruction transfer to CPU. Some instructions transfer to CPU. Okay, it's called processing. Okay, it's called processing. And after this instruction saved into our CPU, save into two types. Number one is register and cache. That means permanently or temporary. Okay. So now we will talk about when you store any instruction in your CPU permanently, it's called register. Okay. And when you store some instruction in your computer system temporary, it's called cache. So when the data is stored in our computer system, when the data or instruction saved into our CPU, yes, save into when the computer when the instruction saved into our CPU. When you give instruction to your computer, we already know this instruction first time is stored RAM or ROM. Okay, after transfer to CPU. Okay, so after transfer to CPU, this instruction saved into our CPU. Okay, so two times save into our CPU is a permanently and what temporary. So when store this instruction in our computer system temporary, it's called cache, and when the store in instruction in our computer system permanently, it's called register. Okay. So now chapter 1 is over. So now discuss some question answer. Okay. So what are the function of CPU? We already discussed. What is the difference between RAM and ROM? What is the function of memory unit? What are the functional unit of CPU? And what are the function of arithmetic logical unit? Okay, and you should remember CPU, explain CPU is most important for your exam. Okay, I already gave CPU explain, and yes, CPU explain or processor explain is same type. Okay, you can also call it CPU or processor. Okay, and I already gave processor or CPU. Okay, so now I will talk about chapter 2 more about Windows 7. Okay, so what is Windows 7? Windows 7 is a operating system, that means system software. Yes, we already discussed it. Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 8.1, Windows 10.1, Windows 11 is now this latest version of Windows is a Windows 11. Okay, so it's called system software. Okay, so you can see page number is 10, chapter 2. Okay, so more feature of Windows 7. More feature of Windows 7 is Windows Start, Windows Taskbar. Number 2 is Windows Taskbar, jump list, touch screen, watching internet TV using Windows Media Center. You can also call it Windows Media Center. Windows Mobile. Suppose I ask to you that what is the feature of Windows 7? Yes, then you should write some feature of Windows 7 is a number 1 is a Windows Start, Windows Taskbar, jump list, Windows touch screen, Windows Media Player, and Windows Mobile. Okay. So now explain it. Okay. So Windows Start we already discussed that how to help us Windows Start in our computer system. Suppose you forgot any application name. Okay. Suppose you forgot any application name or any document. Okay. In your desktop. Okay. From your desktop. Okay. So then you can also find out easily from search button. Suppose I forgot a file explorer. You can see on my screen I have no shortcut file explorer in my desktop screen. Suppose I want to find I want to find file explorer in my desktop. Okay, then just use search button and after type file F I L E. Yes, file explorer. You can see my file explorer is open it in my search. Yes, so after open it you can also use easy use. Okay, you can also easily use. Okay, no problem. So third button help us to is a feature of extremely useful feature of Windows 7 operating system. Okay, so it is help us to when you forgot any application or any documents from your desktop. Okay, then you can also use start button, and you can also use find out what you do what you search. Okay, so some types of Windows taskbar. You can see on my screen taskbar, Windows taskbar. Yes. So Windows taskbar is a useful feature of Windows 7 operating system. Okay. So you can see page number is 11. Windows taskbar. Topic is Windows taskbar. Okay. So now you can see Windows taskbar figure is 2.2. Okay. So my taskbar is here. Yes. And some application I have already some application pin into my taskbar. Pin into my taskbar. That means what? My favorite application pin in my taskbar. Yes, because favorite application pin into my taskbar. Why? Because when I open when I open directly in my application, then you can also using from taskbar. Okay. So you can see, suppose I want to open this window, Firefox window, Word open, Word application. Okay. So now you can see my taskbar is here. Yes, and now pin application is here. Yes, suppose I want to open now Google Chrome. Yes, just direct open it. Okay, you see. My Google Chrome is open. Okay. So it helps us to favorite application pin into your taskbar, and you can easily direct open from your taskbar. Okay. And sometimes you can see on my taskbar notification area. That means you can show date and time and internet connection connectivity, better indicator. Yes. So it helps us to taskbar. Okay. So Windows taskbar it help us to Windows feature. Okay, it help us to Windows 7 operating system. Okay, so peak button we already discussed is I think a peak button is peak button. That means suppose you want to open more one and two application in your computer system. Yes, and you use peak button, and peak button that means you can see, that means suppose you open two and more window in your computer system and you directly show desktop. Okay, then just you click on peak button and you can also show your directly desktop. You can see now, suppose I want to open this PC window in my computer system. After paint my window open in my computer system, two window in my computer system open. Yes, after directly suppose when I use peak button in my computer system, you can directly minimize your window in your computer system. Just you can see directly open directly show your desktop when you use peak button. Okay, so next is jump list. Jump list is a useful for your some application. Okay, so when you open this, you can see I have already opened some application in my computer system. Okay, so suppose you want to open save documents from your Word application. Okay, suppose I want to open Word documents. I don't know my my save documents. Okay, suppose I forgot my save document. Just minimize it, and after taskbar you can see my running on my background. Yes, this application, that means Word application is. After you can see when you right click on your application, you can see my save documents show in my application. Yes, you can see party invitation, this one. Okay, it's called jump list. Okay, so touch screen we already know. Touch screen we already discussed, without mouse and without keyboard, without input or without output device. You can also use touch screen. You can also use your computer using touch screen. Okay, so touch screen like a mobile phone. We already know. We already discussed it. Yes. So next is Windows Media Player. Windows Media Player is a important for your computer system. Okay. So Windows Media Player, Windows Media Center, sorry, Windows Media Center. Windows Media Center is the same type of YouTube. We already know YouTube, what is YouTube, and everyone watching TV, watching TV show, videos, audios from your YouTube. Yes. So I hope everyone know YouTube. Yes. So same types of YouTube is a Windows Media Center. But Windows Media Center is a helpful feature of Windows 7 operating system. Okay, so when you watching video and audio and TV show in a computer system, then you can also use Windows Media Center. Okay, now discuss Windows Mobile. Okay, so Windows Mobile is important. Windows Mobile is like a mobile phone. Okay, but not a real phone. Okay, is a virtual phone. It's called virtual phone. That means application system. We already use our mobile phone is, it's called reality mobile phone. Yes, but Windows mobile phone is like a mobile phone but not a really mobile phone. It's called virtual mobile phone. Okay, so when you open Windows mobile phone, you can also use audios, videos. You can play audios, videos, watching TV, watching TV and watching videos in your computer system when you using Windows mobile phone. It's called sometimes it's called pocket PC. Okay, So we already discussed default web browser is what is the web browser? Default web browser of Windows 7 operating system is a answer is what? Answer is Internet Explorer. Yes. And what is the default media player of Windows 7 operating system? Windows Media Player is called default web browser of Windows 7 operating system. Yes, we already discussed. So Windows mobile phone is now our topic is Windows mobile phone is so Windows mobile is also like a mobile phone. Okay, you can also use internet services just like a internet connection, computer by USB, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You can also use Bluetooth, and I think Bluetooth is a wireless communication system. Yes. So when you transfer data, want to more computer or want to more uh, mobile devices from your mobile phone or from your computer to another mobile phone or computer devices, then using Bluetooth. Yes. Now this speed of application is Xandr. Yes, we already know Xandr and share it. It's called communication media, communication application. When you transfer some data and some information from one to another mobile phone or one to another computer system. Yes. So it's called Bluetooth, okay, Wi-Fi, and you can also when you obtain Windows mobile phone and when you using Windows mobile phone in your computer system, then you can also use Bluetooth system, Wi-Fi, USB system in your computer Windows mobile phone. Okay. So Windows mobile is like a mobile phone, okay. So but not a really mobile, okay. It's a partial mobile phone. So now discuss Windows Media Player. Windows Media Player is a media player of Windows 7 operating system. That means you watching videos. Okay, player that means what? Player help us to play videos, audios, watching TV show, some like this. Okay, something like this. Okay. So it's a application software. Okay, Windows Media Player is a computer application software. Okay. So next is listen to radio station, create your own CD, DVD, burn and play CD, DVD, copy audio and video files to portable devices. Okay. So now discuss ripping CD to your computer. Ripping that means what? We already know. We already discussed it. Ripping. Yes. Suppose you copy from your computer. Okay. Suppose any documents just like a videos, audios, or any documents just like a file, PDF file, Word documents, Excel file. Okay, copy from your CD onto your laptop or computer. It's called ripping. Okay, so I will repeat again. You listen, attention, please. Okay, so when you copy songs, okay, videos, any documents from your CD or DVD onto your laptop or computer, it's called ripping. Okay, so same way burning. So burning is a same way. Okay, when you copy information, data, and documents, copy from your hard disk to your save into your CD or DVD, it's called burning. Okay, everyone should remember. Okay, and step one, step two, step three, step four is important. We already discussed it. How can you read burning a CD in your computer system or Windows 7 operating system? How can you burning, how can you ripping your CD in your computer system? Okay, we already discussed it, and step one, step two is important for your exam. Okay, so now I will talk about displaying many files at a time. Okay, displaying many files at a time. That means what? Suppose you want to open one and two, more than two files, two windows in your computer system. Then this can help us to display many files at a time. This function help us to in your computer system. Suppose I want to open in my computer system one window. Yes, you can see. Now I am open. Now I open in one window in my computer system. And suppose I want to open again another window in my computer system. So this one is now two window open in my computer system. Suppose I want to open another window in my computer system. Now three window, yes. So it help us to display many files at a time. This function, you can see how can you display many files at a time in your computer system. Just blank taskbar, right click on mouse on blank taskbar, and you can show window side by side option. I have already used it. Okay, you can see. So now this one is my window. Yes, this one is my window. This one my window. When I using displaying side by side, show window side by side in my computer system, automatically resize windows in my computer system. Yes, it's called window. Yes, when you open any documents or any files in your computer system, it's called window. Yes. So automatically when you open more than two or three window in your computer system at the same time, and when you using show window side by side option in your computer system, you can see you can also all of the window using use at the same time. When you using side by side, that means side by side. Yes. So window side by side this option in your computer system. Then you can use all of the window at the same time. Use all of the window at the same time in your computer system when you using show window side by side option, this option. Okay. So next is exploring picture. Exploring picture, that means what? Exploring picture is help us to directly access picture in our computer system. Suppose I want to open picture in my computer system. So you can show just before open drive this PC and open videos picture. Yes, picture, and after open folder. But when you open exploring picture, this function in your computer system, you can directly you can easily direct open any of the picture. Okay, in your computer system. Okay. So next I will discuss disk cleanup. Okay, we already discussed the disk cleanup. Yes. So disk cleanup is a important feature of Windows 7 operating. We already use it, disk cleanup. Yes. So disk cleanup help us to in our computer system remove unnecessary and unwanted files from your hard disk or from your computer, and which further makes your computer system run faster. When you remove unwanted or unnecessary files removed from your computer, then definitely your computer work fast. Yes, you can see when I use command prompt temp. Yes, temp means temporary files. Yes, you can show on my screen some temporary files stored in my hard disk, and so my computer sometimes work slow. Yes, sometimes slow work, you can see. And when I delete this, you can see just select all and delete. Okay, after skip this, or close it. Okay, just wait. Okay, this on my screen recorder. Yes, because this on my screen recorder is running on my background. Okay, so it's called disk cleanup. Okay, so that means unwanted or temporary files removed from your computer, and after your computer work fast when you remove unwanted and removing unwanted and unnecessary files from your computer, definitely your computer work fast. Yes. So how can you work fast your how can you disk clean up system in your computer system? We already discussed it that just using start option is start button using start button just type disk disk cleanup. You can see disk cleanup is show in my computer system is, and after click here, and once you want to delete temporary files which drive, just select drive, C drive or which drive. Suppose I want to delete temporary or unnecessary files from C drive, just select C drive and after click on OK button. Okay, uh, remove your unwanted and unnecessary files from your computer. Okay, and your computer work fast when you delete unnecessary or unwanted files from your computer. Okay, so chapter 2 is over. So now I will discuss some question answer. Okay, so what is mean by ripping a city? We already discussed it. What is mean by ripping a city? Ripping, that means what? And what is mean by burning a city? We already discussed ripping, that means suppose you copy just like a document, any document, application or any document, any file, any folder, copy from computer to your city. It's called what? Burning. But ripping, when you copy documents or any file from your CD onto your computer, is called ripping. And what is Windows Media? Windows Media Player is a media player of Windows 7 operating system. And Windows Media Player is a default media player of Windows 7 operating system. Yes. And Windows Media Player help us to when you play audios and watching videos, yes, and watching TV show, the computer system, then Windows Media help to open this function, okay, in our computer system. So next is what are the steps to open two windows at a time? We already discussed. What are the steps to open two windows at a time? Just open window, yes, open window, two or more than two or five window, and after right click on blank taskbar and after click on show side by side option, this option, and automatically resize your windows. You can see automatically resize, yeah, in my windows. Okay, so I hope everyone understood. Okay, test paper one is noted. Okay, for your exam. Okay, for this exam. Okay, test paper one is noted for this exam. Okay, when you copy some from CD onto your computer, we call it IPCT. Okay, so everyone, I hope everyone understood. Okay, and tomorrow your exam, you know, tomorrow your exam will be start. Yes, you know everyone. Okay, so now bye bye and best of luck, everyone. Best of luck for your exam. Okay, so now bye bye.